In the history of every great movement, there are stories that shine like stars, illuminating the path for generations to come. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of early Islam to uncover some truly inspiring tales of faith, courage, and unwavering conviction. These aren't just historical accounts, they are powerful lessons that resonate even in our modern world. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's journey back in time together. Our first story is about a man you've likely heard of, Bilal ibn Rabah. Before embracing Islam, Bilal was a slave in Mecca, owned by a powerful and harsh master. When he heard the message of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, it resonated deep within his soul. He declared his faith, knowing full well the consequences. His master, Umayya ibn Khalaf, was furious. He would drag Bilal out into the scorching desert sun during the hottest part of the day, lay him on the burning sand, and place a massive boulder on his chest. Under this immense pressure, Umayya would demand that Bilal renounce his new faith and worship the old idols. But through cracked lips and with a strained voice, Bilal would only repeat one word, Ahad, Ahad, meaning one. He was declaring the oneness of God, a belief so deeply rooted in his heart that no amount of physical torture could shake it. This went on day after day. Imagine the sheer strength of that conviction. While his body was being crushed, his spirit soared, refusing to break. It was this incredible display of faith that eventually led to his freedom when Abu Bakr, a close companion of the Prophet, purchased and freed him. Bilal went on to become the first muezzin of Islam, the one who calls the faithful to prayer, his beautiful voice echoing the same truth he had held onto under a rock in the desert. His story is a timeless reminder that true freedom is found in the heart, and that faith can give us the strength to withstand any trial. Now, let's turn to the story of a remarkable woman, Sumayya bint Ka'ab. She holds the distinguished honor of being the first martyr in Islam. Sumayya, along with her husband Yasser and their son Ammar, were among the earliest converts. Like Bilal, they were not from the powerful tribes of Mecca, which made them easy targets for persecution. Their master, Abu Jahl, a man infamous for his enmity towards Islam, subjected them to brutal and relentless torture. He wanted to make an example of them, to scare anyone else who might be thinking of following the Prophet. He would torture them publicly, hoping to break their will. But Sumayya's faith was like a fortress. She remained steadfast, her spirit unbroken. One day, in a fit of pure rage at her defiance, Abu Jahl committed the horrific act that would seal her place in history. He killed her, making her the first person to give her life for the sake of her faith. The Prophet Muhammad, witnessing the suffering of her family, gave them the comforting words, "Patience, O family of Yasser, for your destination is paradise." Sumayya's story is one of ultimate sacrifice. It teaches us about the incredible strength of women in Islam from the very beginning and shows that the courage to stand for one's beliefs is not limited by gender or social status. Her legacy is a powerful testament to the idea that some principles are worth more than life itself. Next, we have the incredible story of Musab ibn Umair. Before Islam, Musab was the boy of Mecca. He was born into wealth and privilege, known for his handsome looks, expensive clothes, and fine perfumes. He was the talk of the town, admired by everyone. But when he heard the message of Islam, everything changed. He secretly met with the Prophet and embraced the new faith, knowing his family would disown him. And they did. When his mother found out, she was incensed. She stripped him of all his wealth, his fine clothes, and his luxurious lifestyle. She even imprisoned him in their own home. The once pampered young man was now left with nothing but the clothes on his back. But what he had gained was something far more valuable, a profound sense of purpose and a deep connection with God. Musab eventually escaped and dedicated his life to the service of Islam. He became the first ambassador of Islam, sent by the Prophet to the city of Medina, then known as Yathrib, to teach people about the faith. Through his wisdom, gentle character, and beautiful recitation of the Qur'an, he was incredibly successful. The man who had given up all his worldly possessions was instrumental in winning the hearts of an entire city, paving the way for the Great Migration, the Hijra. Musab's story is a powerful lesson in sacrifice and the true meaning of wealth. He teaches us that real richness isn't in what you own, but in what you stand for and the legacy you leave behind. Let's explore another incredible account, this time involving Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, the Prophet's closest friend. His title, as-Siddiq, means the truthful, and this story shows us exactly why he earned it. It revolves around the miraculous event of the night journey and ascension, or al-Isra wal-Miraj. One morning, the Prophet Muhammad informed the people of Mecca that during the night, he had been taken from the sacred mosque in Mecca to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, and from there, ascended through the heavens, all in a single night. Now, you have to understand, a journey from Mecca to Jerusalem at that time would take weeks by camel. The idea of it happening overnight seemed impossible, utterly unbelievable to the Meccan polytheists. They saw this as a golden opportunity to discredit the Prophet. They mocked him and rushed to his best friend, Abu Bakr, thinking, surely, his closest companion won't believe this. They told him what the Prophet had said, expecting him to be shocked and doubtful. But Abu Bakr's response was legendary. Without a moment's hesitation, he asked, "Did he really say that?" When they confirmed, he replied, "If he said it, then it is true." He explained his reasoning with profound simplicity. "I believe him in what is greater than that. I believe him concerning the news of the heavens that comes to him in the morning and evening. So why should I not believe him in this?" This unwavering, absolute trust in the Prophet's word is what defined Abu Bakr's faith. It wasn't based on what seemed logical or possible to the human mind, but on the absolute truthfulness of the messenger. It's a powerful lesson in what it means to truly have faith, to trust the source, even when you can't comprehend the details. Finally, we come to the story of Khabab ibn al-Arat, a man whose faith was forged in fire, quite literally. Khabab was a blacksmith and a slave who was among the first to embrace Islam. His conversion brought upon him some of the most severe and cruel forms of torture imaginable. His persecutors would heat up rocks in a fire until they were glowing red hot, then strip him and press his bare back onto them. The smell of his own burning flesh would fill the air as the fire was extinguished by the melting fat of his own body. Even after enduring this unimaginable pain, his faith never wavered. Years later, when Islam was established and the Muslims were safe, someone asked to see the scars on his back. He showed them a back that was disfigured and scarred from the burns, a physical map of his suffering and his steadfastness. One day, during the peak of this persecution, he went to the Prophet and asked, "Will you not ask for victory for us? Will you not pray to God for us?" The Prophet's response was a lesson in patience and perspective. He told Khabab that the believers who came before them faced even worse trials. Some were sawed in half, others were combed with iron combs that scraped away their flesh and bone, yet none of it made them abandon their faith. He then gave them the reassuring promise that God would surely make this faith victorious, so much so that a traveler could journey from one end of Arabia to the other fearing no one but God. Khabab's story is a stark reminder of the price paid by the early believers and the importance of patience and trust in God's ultimate plan, even in the darkest of times. These stories, from Bilal's cry of one under a rock, to Sumayya's ultimate sacrifice, Musab's trade of luxury for legacy, Abu Bakr's absolute trust, and Khabab's endurance through fire, are the bedrock of Islamic history. They are not just tales of the past, they are living lessons in courage, sacrifice, and the unbreakable power of faith. They show us that true strength comes not from worldly power or possessions, but from a conviction that resides deep within the heart. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. I hope these stories have inspired you as much as they've inspired me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future explorations into history and faith. Let me know in the comments which story resonated with you the most. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.